What's up guys, SP Architects here. I was working in a project with D5 Render and I've seen that an update was published, so I've decided to share what are the updates of D5. First of all, you can see the cars. Let's click them and we will see a couple of more options. For instance, now we can turn on lights and we can also increase density of the lights, as you can see here with this angle. I'm changing the intensity of the light, and also I cannot remember the older updates, but we have random color, we can change the width, we can decide single or dual vehicle way. I think you are familiar with this vehicle path from Lumion or Twinmotion. Now we have same path designing tool in D5 and this is very useful, as you can see. For instance, we can click edit and we can add more points, as you can see here. Let's click this first and insert a new node. You can just right click to cancel, or you can just drag and drop and right click to cancel. Let's click the none. If you hit the shift, you can copy easily the path. We can turn this to single and change the direction. You have already know the raining effect from the environment. If we go bottom of the window, we can see precipitation. We can turn it on or off. You can see the differences. We can decide rain or snow. We have a very nice winter scene effect now. By the way, since it was a winter scene, we don't need a sun and we need more clouds. In the new version of D5, we can decide to cloud option and we have more options from now on. For instance, we have already amount options, but now we can increase the thickness, density. If I increase the density, you can see more shadow right here, and height of the clouds. We can change the speed and direction. Those can be very useful when you are taking animations. Cloud on and off. And let's turn off the precipitation. Alright. Now I want to show you a very interesting thing. Can you see the inside of the building? Yeah. We can see objects and lights, and they are 3D. Are they? No, they are not. This is only 2D image and they call this parallax image. It's very useful for your renders. Can you imagine that? You don't have to model all of the interior scene. You will only place this plane and there we ready to render. As you can see, this is a very boring scene. Now something happens. From this angle, I have placed another plane to this direction. Yeah, it's not logical because when you are looking from this direction, there is a wall and we cannot see any window, but who cares? If you render, it looks very nice. By the way, I have placed that parallax plane nearly on every window. They need some CPU power, so just be careful placing them. I placed them depending on my camera angle. For instance, to this angle and from this angle. Since we have looking from this angle, we can see pavements, sidewalks and curves. As you can see here, we have a round edge here, and this is the new feature of D5. You can turn it and off from here. Round corner. Now we have a very sharp corner here, and if we turn on the round corner, Now we can decide the radius, and we can create very interesting and useful materials with that. I think the next step will be automatic dirts like Lumion, like old metal or old brick effects. And we have grass too. If you can just compare with the previous version of the automatic grass, this looks very realistic. And we have templates. We can decide which template we are going to use. From the top right of the window, we have material templates, and we have three options here. First one is this one, and we can change the options. Second one, and third one. Let's try changing their parameters: height, density, trim, normals. Normal is depends the slope of your terrain. If you have sloped terrain, the grass will grow up to Z direction if you turn off the normal. And if you turn on the normal, it will always follow the slope of your terrain. This is specular, a bit of shiny effect, and reflection. You can simulate whether dry or wet of your grass. By the way, as you can see here, we now have grass around the corners. I don't know, but this kind of grass can be used from the camera position, which is very far from your scene. If you want to take closer shots, you should use this scatter tool. With the scatter tool, you can decide which grass are you going to use and fulfill of your scene by this radius, density, and size parameters. This part is more realistic, but this part is faster. You will combine them depending on your scene. Also, we have new fog effect. Let's just turn off from this angle. We can change its height and density. This has so many parameters. We have to try which parameter will work for our scene. If you want to add misty effect for your scene, you can always use fog and turn on volume light. But I think it's not useful for architecture renderings. It covers your building and maybe your customers won't like your fog effect. We have new rendering modes, ambient occlusion style. We can change the radius and make interesting renders, and we can create different attractively presentations with that. Also, you can combine it with the new outline mode. Those can be very useful depending on your presentation style. I'm just going to turn off the background and maybe I'm gonna use blue line. Maybe I can turn on the change width by distance. Now I can take render of this angle. By the way, if you want to reach those parallax effects, you will go to Assets here and you will see this interior parallax. And we have two additional parts, commercial and residential. As you can see here, we have too many options. They look very nice, but some of them pro version, some of them free. We have nearly 10 free assets here. They will be enough for starting purpose, and if you want more, you have to pay and use those pro versions. Alright guys, that was all it for this video. Thank you for watching. If you have any questions or suggestions, please comment in the comment section below. Until next time, have a nice day.